Bosa was saying he had, played in a quote unquote meaningless game. They're not high stakes here, like ever. In his life. I was just wondering, when's the last time you were on a team that was kind of out of contention?
Maybe college, like towards the end when like out of Big 12 contention, but outside of that, I've never played in a game where I've never tried or like for myself, man, I love the game of football and to go out and compete at any chance I can get. Like since I was a kid, it's always been the mindset and the case. So I don't know if I've ever played in a game that's ever been meaningless to me. So yeah.
Right. I didn't mean to imply.
No, yeah. I understand. Yeah. But obviously my first 2 years, I mean, yeah, we've always been in contention and stuff. So yeah.
Is there, with these last 3 games, is there anything in particular that you really kind of focused in on, an area where you think that there's just so much room to improve and you guys need to build some momentum heading into next season?
I think just offensively, man, just trying to play a complete game for each other. Obviously get the run game going, pass game, everything. Just get it clicking on all 4 cylinders, and I think just be able to play for 4 quarters, like a good, legit, complete game. Defense is playing great right now. Special teams is playing their best ball. So for us, it's like, all right, offense, let's get this thing going and look like the Niners that we all know.
You talk about the complete game that you want. Why has the fourth quarter been so much different this year than last year? I mean, obviously last year you played with a bigger lead usually, but is there bigger pressure? Or defense is playing you guys differently? What's the difference this year with the fourth quarter?
I mean, I just think it comes down to, every drive matters. We get into it and it's like, you start thinking about what we could have done in the game and we're in this situation and we shouldn't be in this situation. And for all of us, it's like, no, man, like that's the game of football. So I think for all of us, we got to learn from that and be like, even if we are in this situation, like we got to find a way to finish and complete a game, even if we do have some mishaps and stuff that happen early on. So I think it's really just a mindset thing more than anything.
Rob, I'm sure you have more time to dig into it when the season's over, but how would you assess just how you've played this year and what kind of growth or maybe step back or just kind of the way you feel like you progress this season?
Yeah, I think there's some plays out there that I'd love to have back and wish I could have been better for my team and for myself. And but at the same time, I feel like there's been some growth in my game that has happened, and really just I think like leadership wise with this team and sort of stepping up and when the team needs it, sort of just being a guy that they can hear from. And in the past, I've been sort of particular about when I speak and waiting for the right moment. But this year it's been more than it has, and so I don't know. I feel more comfortable with who I am, but also like I think I need to get better and get back to playing with the chip on my shoulder and like it was my first 2 years of every game, every down, trying to prove to myself that I'm the guy for this team and I'm capable of doing it. And so that's sort of just been the case this year with some moments, and I learned from that.
You said get back to playing with the chip on your shoulder. Do you feel like it hasn't been there, and if so, why?
No, I mean, I think it has, but there's been moments where I feel like I was a little bit more concerned and consumed with trying to be perfect rather than, hey man, let's go out and compete and show my guys, my teammates that I love this game and that I'm passionate about it and I can lead them in any situation. So sort of just handling that mentally and getting back to that.
There's been some speculation where you've been 100% since coming back from the shoulder injury. How have you felt since coming back?
Since I've been back playing, it feels good. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that there was still some injury with it or anything like that. When I got back on the field, man, I was good to go to play. So.
Brock, the NFL doesn't give you a lot of time for reflection, but this is where it started for you professionally. When you think back to that Miami game, the first game that you played in the pros, what stands out? What are your recollections from that day?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was just like any other game my rookie year in terms of, backing up Jimmy and getting ready for it, and being ready if my name was to get called. And when I go in, just know my answers within every play and keep the offense on the field. And I just kept it simple and I competed my butt off. It was really that simple. And so here we are 2 years later. It's going to be cool to go down and play them again, and down to Miami. Grew up a Dolphin fan and everything, so I think it's pretty cool just going into Miami and playing in that stadium. So, you know, for me, man, there's a lot for me to go into this game and compete and show my guys, you know, that I'm a competitor and I want this more than anything. So.
In that game 2 years ago, they said they kind of ripped up their defensive game plan when you went in and you started blitzing you like crazy. In a way, did that kind of help you with the, you know, just getting the ball out quickly and kind of the predetermined, you know, you knew where you're going? Did it make it more easy on you because you're blitzing so much?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, physically, like when they're, you know, bringing the house and they're bringing more than we could block for, you know, as a rookie, it can, you know, sort of be tough to, you know, set my feet, throw accurately, get the ball off, throw on time. All those things are a little tough, but at the same time, if you complete it, it could be, you know, big gash plays and stuff. So it's hit or miss with that. But, you know, looking back on it, I understand why they did what they did. You know, a rookie quarterback getting thrown in, not knowing that he's going to play in that game and try to, you know, heat him up. So I get it. But, you know, here we are 2 years later, interested to see what they're going to do for this one.
You got to see Marino at the FaceTime, I think, last season, right? Have you met him in person since then?
No, I haven't met him in person.
So this Sunday he's supposed to be there. Is that something?
Yeah,
is that a bucket list thing?
If that happens, that'd be sweet.
If you, this is that's a stupid question. Awesome.
Also,
I'm not sure any quarterback loves the rain. In fact, there's been legendary quarterbacks that have said, you know, it was a nightmare. But, you know, it's been brought up, like, no Brock in the rain, you know, Brock in bad weather. You know, that is going to struggle. Do you feel like there are like any serious issues with precipitation or anything? You just haven't hit on the ball?
No. I mean, I think any person that's throwing an object in, you know, the rain, it makes it wet. The grip isn't as good. I think for me, it's been more about learning, you know, how to change the motion a little bit and throw differently in the rain. You can't just get back there and be as violent as you normally are. Ball can come out and all that kind of stuff. So it's like it comes down to, you know, sort of learning how to handle those kind of environments and finding a way to complete the ball, move the chains, stay on the field, put up points. Those are all things, man, that you sort of just got to learn as you go. And so, you know, for me, if I see bad weather for a possibility in a game, I don't freak out or anything. It's just like, all right, how can I, you know, be better and learn from, you know, games that I've played in those kind of, you know, situations or environments. So that's how I look at it. And for me, I can play in it. So.
Thanks, Brock.